In this video, I'll explain the cross-region replication feature of S3 storage. And before we really get started, let's take a moment to think about why we might want to do this. Now, we've already spent some time talking about the durability of S3 storage. We know that S3 storage is extremely durable. So why would we ever decide to replicate that data to another region, especially when it's already present across multiple availability zones? Well, there's a number of reasons why you might choose to do this, right? You might have compliance requirements that require even greater physical distances between your data and your replicated copy of that data. Or maybe you have clients that are in different geographic locations, and to make sure that you minimize latency as they access those objects, you might keep copies of those objects in multiple regions to keep them geographically closer to your users. So that's a couple reasons why you might potentially consider utilizing cross-region replication. So now that we know why you might consider using it, let's look at how to set it up. So I'm going to go to S3 under Storage at my Amazon Web Services console, and here you can see I have a bucket that's already been created called Trainer Tests. And so under that bucket, you can see that I have already enabled versioning, and this is a must. If you want to turn on cross-region replication, you have to have versioning enabled. So versioning is enabled on this bucket. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cross-region replication feature. So cross-region replication is not going to replicate your current data set. So what I have right now is not going to get replicated. Everything I upload from this moment forward will be replicated to both regions. And I'm going to go ahead and choose the option to enable cross-region replication. And I'll choose a source bucket. That's going to be this bucket that I've called Trainer Tests. I'll choose a destination region. Maybe I want to keep a copy of my data in Tokyo. I'll choose a destination bucket. And if I don't already have a second bucket created in that Tokyo region, I can now create a new bucket. And I'm going to call it Trainer. Let me do this all lowercase. Trainer Tests Tokyo. And I'll go ahead and create my bucket. And for the destination storage class, in this case, I'm going to choose reduced redundancy storage, just like my source bucket. And at this point, I'm ready to actually create my identity and access management role. So let's click on Create/Select IAM Role. And that brings us to a screen here basically saying S3 wants to request permission to replicate resources in our account. And we can just simply click on Allow here. If we want to see some of the details, we can see a role that's being created specifically to allow this replication to this trainer test site. And we can also see this specific code behind the policy that's being created. I'm going to go ahead and hit Allow. And so now we've established the appropriate role to grant S3 permissions that it requires in order to replicate. And I'll go ahead and hit Save. Now you may notice on the left, we still only see one bucket. I'm going to go ahead and click the refresh button. And before I do that, notice that it does say cross-region replication is currently enabled on this bucket. So let me go ahead and refresh. We should see our new bucket, which is called Trainer Tests Tokyo. And if we click on Trainer Tests and we look at properties, we can validate that yes, indeed, cross-region replication has been enabled on this bucket. Now that our replication is completely configured, let's take a quick moment to look inside of these buckets. So I have my Trainer Tests bucket, and within the Trainer Tests bucket, I have my training folder, and I've got some files. Now, if we go back to all buckets and we open the Trainer Tests Tokyo bucket, there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there because I haven't actually uploaded anything since this bucket was created and my cross-region replication was enabled. So I'm going to go back into my trainer tests bucket, into my training folder, and I am going to upload one more document. So I'll go ahead and click on the upload button. I'll choose add files. And I've created a new file called new file cross-region replication. So I'll go ahead and hit open here and begin my upload. And now my file has been uploaded to the trainer tests bucket. Let's go back, go to trainer tests Tokyo, and take a look inside. And now we see my folder is created here. And within the folder, my new file is created. So I have a copy of this file in each of these regions. Now, of course, this is doubling the amount of storage that I use as well. So just one more thing to bear in mind, that this is going to have an impact on the overall cost of our AWS deployment.